What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is some Battlefield 3 Caspian Border. I'm going to be riding around the tank, and I'm going to take the tank after I decide my tank driver is not worthy of having his tank license, and I'm going to revoke it from him. Because, well, to be perfectly honest, if I steal your tank while you are out to repair it, you deserve to have your tank stolen. Because that's basically your #1 indication you suck as a tank driver. Because usually I'll just get out and walk away. Anyways, I want to talk about piracy here. Obviously, if you are a PC gamer, piracy is an issue. Very large issue that you may or may not even really care about, but you probably should care about. And, yeah. Anyways, I was reading on a forum, someone asked a question about piracy, and it just really got me thinking, and kind of got me fired up, got my rant juice on, and I think it makes something that I can talk about for about 6.5 more minutes. Anyways, obviously, I think we all know about piracy, even the console players, you know. It exists. I don't think anyone likes it. Well, actually, there are people that like it, but I guarantee you, 95% of the people do not go, oh, hey, I could buy that, or I could just steal it, because why not? I might as well. I mean, those guys totally shouldn't get their money. I mean, not to say there aren't people like that, and obviously 95% is a gross overestimation of people, you know, with a soul, but people don't like stealing, honestly. It's, it is what it is on that front. I mean, but what you are seeing, though, is obviously the piracy numbers continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And Kool-Aid is picking his nose, he says. Just for your information. But anyways, kind of know what I'm talking about here. Is apparently, well, actually not apparently, this is, I guess, fact, but this one place they released a list of the top 5 torrented games of 2011. Let's go down the list here. Crysis 2, which probably was pirated as much as it was because of the fact that it was Crysis 2 and it wasn't Crysis 1, and basically abandoned everything that game did to a decent extent. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, the campaign was under 5 hours for me, and I actually got stuck in several places. To think that someone would actually pay $60 for that is completely ridiculous. Go figure. And you wonder why people pirate your game. Battlefield 3. Crappy maps on PC. I mean crappy. The Metro is just a complete abomination that should never been released on PC, and it's just very upsetting. Very upsetting. And it's not just because I don't like Metro, it's because it literally should never have been released on PC. Simple fact. 64 players should not fight over one fucking stairway in a fucking Battlefield game. FIFA 12, somewhat surprising. But when you think about it, it's a yearly sports title. These yearly sports titles, guess what? They're just a roster update every year, and they want $60 for it. Or at least I'm pretty sure 60. Actually, it might be 40 for FIFA on PC. I don't know. I don't really follow FIFA, but I mean, if you're familiar with Madden, it's the same freaking thing, you know. And then Portal 2, which I found somewhat surprising, then I thought about it a little bit more. It's a single-player game. You know, there's really no way to cover that even with the co-op. I mean, I played it, I loved it, I bought the game because Valve is freaking awesome and they deserve my money, honestly, even, you know, with Portal 2 being what it was. It was still a great game, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's a single-player game with very little replay value. I mean, once you know the way around the maps in Portal, you pretty much don't forget them. You know, you remember, I gotta fling this way, get some gel here, and go flying. And,
he's up on the rock.
That's how it is.
Who's dead?
But what we have gathered, games that don't live up to what the series was, games that are just a blatant freaking ripoff, Call of Modern Warfare 3, and games that really abandoned pretty much 90% of what made the series what the series was, especially on the, you know, platform that made the series, which is, of course, Battlefield 3. You know, roster updates, whatever. You know, doesn't matter. Portal 2, not really all that shocking, to be perfectly honest. I mean, for a single-player game, not really surprising. I bet a good portion of the people that are pirating games are largely playing single player, not because, you know, obviously some of the issues that can come up with, you know, playing a pirated game online, but just simply the fact that they don't want to pay, you know, $60 for a freaking 5-hour campaign. That's $12 an hour. $12 an hour if you play just the campaign in Modern Warfare 3. That'd be like going to a movie and getting a ticket for about 20 bucks. Now, I know movies are expensive, and they are a ripoff, but that's an even bigger ripoff, honestly. But the strange thing I found was, of course, Skyrim. You know, insert your arrow to the knee joke right about here. I didn't see Skyrim on this list. Skyrim was quite possibly the biggest game on PC in a very long time. I mean, it was big. It was so big that, you know, it was the #1 game played on Steam for a long while, and might even still be. You know, which includes games that are free to play, like Team Fortress 2, which is a good game when it's on sale, let alone when it went free to play and everybody could play it. And, you know, Modern Warfare 3, which despite the Call of Duty game this year absolutely sucking, you know, Call of Duty is still a juggernaut in terms of numbers. Why is that? Ever think it's because people are willing to pay for the game if the game is actually worth paying for?
Wow.
I just don't understand this. You know, Ubisoft, they got their always-on DRM and all that crap. Oh, your connection to the internet's been lost. Your connection to your game has been lost too. Think about that. Honestly, how do these publishers actually think this makes sense? People are pirating your game because your game either flat out sucks, Ubisoft, which 90% of your games do suck. Honestly, Assassin's Creed, oh, I'm mashing the same freaking button for the 15th time! Yay! Or they're just, again, a ripoff. You know, piracy happens. You can also add in the fact that, you know, many games don't even do demos anymore. You know, which on PC, obviously, a lot of people, you know, have iffy borderline hardware, which you gotta see if it works. You know, and sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, and usually once those people do, many of those will go out and buy the game legitimately. Because people don't like stealing, but yet, Ubisoft thinks 95% of us PC gamers are pirates, and I say, fuck you, goodbye.